Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. So we're back with Tommyworks, doing thing a little bit different as of right now. So this is a solo video. No interview, no podcast for this video, guys. So basically, I want to tell you guys my top five books. That I think everybody should read. So it's gonna be a really smooth video. We're gonna get right to it. Okay, so. Basically, these are just the books that I've been reading, and I just find them. I think that everybody should read. Or if you're looking for like new book choices or something like that, you can definitely come over here, watch this video, find some books that that you may want to read, and start reading it. So we'll start with number one, right? So it's called The Manipulated Man, right? It's by Esther Viller. She's a female. She wrote the book. So with this book, it talks about how men were viewed as the protector, were viewed as the provider, and basically just says, what do we get in return as men, as individuals? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we get in return for protecting and providing for females who we view them as weak, but in reality they are actually the strongest in her view, or they have more benefits in society than we do, which may be true. It's a good read for any guys, who want to read it and kind of understand the viewpoint of a woman and how it does pertain to today, and how, there's a lot of guys who are getting manipulated by women, whether that can be your girl, your wife, so it's a really good read. It just shows you how women use like our manly attributes to gain, our own attributes of wanting to be the protector, the provider, wanting to be that gun-ho strong man, and use it, for their own personal and self gain, so it's definitely a good read. And so we'll go on to number two. So number two is The Richest Man in Babylon, right? So it was written by George S. Clayson, I believe. Really good read. I actually viewed it via audiobook. So if you guys want to listen to it via audiobook, it's nice as well. The guy who's doing the audiobook does it in like some kind of like accent, and it makes the book even more interesting because it's some medieval like accent. I don't explain it. You just have to find that audiobook I'm talking about. So it's a really good book, guys. It talks about how to become wealthy, how to become rich, how to become established. So it goes through from a guy basically who had a mentor, and he taught him how to. It just gives you like different stories of people, right, and different stories of things that's going on. So it gives you like a mentor who tells us who. This guy asked, like, how did you become so affluent? How did you become so wealthy? And he was just like, he gave him like steps and stuff or things to do as well. And the guy took it to heart and actually started implementing the system. It also talks about other different things as well. How you should save 10% of your income, right? So every check you get, every check you get from your job, instead of paying all your bills and everything, pay yourself first. And the minimum was 10%. Right. So it's a rule that everybody says, it's a rule that I follow as of right now, that I've been following. I pay myself first. I give myself 10% of my paycheck before all of that. I invest into stocks. I invest into commodities. I invest into a lot of different things, into my own knowledge. So, it's a great read for anybody who's interested in learning how to be, wiser with money. How to be more sufficient, how to save more, how to just be better in regards to that, right? So number three, and by the way, guys, these are in no particular order. So number three, right? How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, or something like that. Yeah. So it's by Dale Carnegie, right? Great read, another great read. If you implement what he's saying in terms of you're worrying yourself to death, you have to be able to move past your worries, have to be able to let things go and see that today is another day. Today's a new day, and remove yourself from all those worries. Like just the saying, like he even talks about the saying, like in the Bible, today's the day that the Lord has made. I will be glad and rejoice in it. So you have no time to be sad. You have no time to worry about things, So you want to focus on your goals, on what you want to do. You want to write down your problems. You want to write down what caused your problems. You also want to write down something like how to fix it, and then you can choose which way you want to go. And when you write this on paper, it will help you, be able to assess things, right? Be able to overcome your worries and all of that. So it's a really good read. It helped me tremendously in terms of just understanding, like, look, I have to keep moving forward. I can't worry about things that's happened. My thoughts are not going to change anything. It's not like, why would I worry about something and continuously think about it if it's not going to change anything, right? You're just making yourself feel more terrible, and you're making yourself sick. And you're holding yourself back from reaching where you can reach. Okay. So number 4, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? By Robert Kiyosaki. Everybody knows this book. Great book. In terms of like knowing what an asset and liability is. That's really the major thing that stood out to me with that book, was just assets and liabilities, and just understanding basically how to really assess your situation. How to like have your money work for you. To invest and to look at different things like starting a business, doing real estate. And you have to definitely work. You have to work. You have to gain some kind of income, but at the same time, you got to think forward and think about, like, take your time with building your assets, and take your time to having that cash flow, instead of having so many liabilities, right? You don't want to rush into things, rush into getting a house, rushing to getting a car just for other people's like validation. So just take your time to assess what are assets and what are liabilities in your life, and how to, use the job you're getting, your money you're making to change your situation, for the better. And it's a great read. And I recommend you all to read that book as well. So number 5, Think and Grow Rich, right? So it's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Another great book, right? So this is telling you the power of the mind, right? What you think about, is what you become. Like, what you think about on a daily is what you put out there into the world, So you got to think positively. You got to put yourself into a different space. You got to be able to believe that what you want to accomplish, you can accomplish, right? So, he talks about writing things on paper and saying it every day, reading it every day, every night, absorbing that information into your subconscious so you can be able to have that form into reality. You know what I'm saying? So it's about belief in yourself and thinking and wanting it so bad to be successful, having that image in your mind of what your success is and how much money you want to accumulate, and being able to just absorb it into your existence, and just continue to work at what you want, and just believe, have faith in yourself, even at a subconscious level. So that's what that book is about. It's a great read as well. So all these books, I've read, I listened to audiobooks for some of them. You can find free audiobooks on YouTube about them. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be listening to this. I try to do, like when I'm driving to work, driving to Walmart, driving anywhere, I don't play no music. I listen to audiobooks in the car. I don't play no music. Sometimes I might, but I don't play anything anymore. So I just listen to these audiobooks, and just to, help me get into the zone when I'm driving. Yeah, you may not be paying the most attention, but at the same time, you're absorbing that information subconsciously, So that's what I like to do. When I'm home, I like to read, or you can listen to the audiobooks at home too. It's up to you. You guys are always on Netflix and stuff. Why not listen to some stuff that can help you with your life? So I'm also reading one book right now. I haven't read it yet, but I actually know I have read. I'm reading it right now, but I haven't finished. Right? What is it called? It's called How to Influence People and Make Friends, or something like that. Another great book. Like, I'm reading that. It's touching my heart. Like, it's coming at me, because honestly, I'm a critique. I criticize a lot, but it's not criticism out of hatred. It's criticism out of love. And it just making me realize that sometimes you can't criticize people because they're not going to understand. And and it's better to just not be a critic, at times, and just try to do more understanding. I'm trying to understand and be better at understanding people. And it's just like there's things in my life that, there's attributes to me, to myself, that I know that I have, that I want to change. But, I'm trying to definitely be more understanding and more knowledgeable. So, it's a really good read. That's number 6, honestly. You throw that in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys can take the time out of your day to at least read at least 30 minutes to an hour a day, in the morning, whatever, after work, whatever. Just at least try to read at least 30 minutes a day. If you don't want to read none of this, read the Bible or something. You're going to get some information. The Bible's a great place to start, honestly. The Bible is the only book you even really need to read, honestly. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank y'all, and peace out. Tommyworks out.